Hey, honey bunnies. How you doing? It's Soraya. I hope you all are doing okay. I'm doing all right. Want to talk to you about healthcare in New York City in 2025, especially, I guess, if you are queer, what my experiences have been. I will say that I tried Northwell here in the city, their transgender care. I remember walking to that appointment because I had Northwell and New Hyde Park. That was a trek. So I was like, oh my God, this is so much more convenient. And oh my gosh, ooh, 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 ooh. Honey, that visit sucked. Sucked. And that was before I had my legal name change. I tried them and they made a lot of errors with my name when I would come in. They would call me by my dead name and my Soraya name in the same visit. And I have flipped out pretty badly in that office when that happened. It was so triggering to me. I blew up. They were ready to call security on me because I went ballistic. It's like a bomb went off in me, honey. How can I come here and you call me by Soraya, and then when you call me to see the doctor, you call me by my male name? Like, what the F? I lost it. They didn't want me. They were like, no, we ain't gonna service you, girl. You're a ticky time bomb, bitch. We don't want you here. But shit, I was triggered. I was triggered. I couldn't help it at the time. I was so sensitive. Yeah, people don't realize when you transition, it takes everything out of you. And then you go for healthcare, and then that happens. This is a specialty doctor for queer trans people. Yeah, so Northwell, that was that. So then after that, I went to NYU Langone. I went through a few doctors that weren't cool either. And I said, listen, I'm having problems with my breasts. And she says to me, you don't have breasts. I'm like, I'm a 32G. What do you mean I don't have breasts? And when I tried to have appointments like a mammogram or whatever, they would get me to the appointment. I'd get to the location only to be rejected because the paperwork wasn't right, because this doctor couldn't believe that I had breasts, but I had 32 Gs. You know how big 32 Gs are? Whether they're real breasts or implants, they are breasts. I have breasts. So I went through that with NYU Langone. And then I came across Munib Khan by accident, who's an openly queer doctor, gay doctor who treats trans and queer folk and gay folk. And it's been lovely. It's been lovely with him. But recently, I was looking for therapy and someone referred me to Callan Lord, which I did Callan Lord a long time ago, maybe late 90s, 2005. And going through the process for therapy, they offered a little bit of medical services to me, since they do have quite an extensive medical capability to serve. And so the therapy lead turned into, would you like to get tested for STIs as well while you're here, to see if you can have therapy? And so I said yes. And then I had this lovely physician assistant, a PA. He was just lovely and so smart and young. It seems openly queer. I'm not sure. I started getting tested for STIs there at Callan Lord. And then a few weeks ago, I had a really medical emergency. I thought maybe I should go to the emergency room. I notified Callan Lord I had an upcoming appointment for another round of STI testing. And I said, listen, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. You know, can you check me out from like my electrolytes, my sodium? I thought I was going to pass out and faint and die. They were like, okay, when you come in for STI testing, we'll test you for these other things too to make sure you're okay. And so I had the appointment just this last week for the STI testing, which everything came back negative. The physician assistant was like, well, let's test you for this, let's test you for this, let's test you for that. And then they did my blood count thing with the white blood cells and my thyroid. And I have to say, in comparison to all the places that I've gone to, even NYU Langone and my favorite Munib Khan doctor, Callan Lord is on point. That physician assistant knew exactly what to do, and I had the results within a day. And I just got results today on a Saturday because I wasn't sure if syphilis was included in the STI testing. It usually is, but they assured me, no, entitled syphilis is entitled something else, but you're negative. Everything's negative. There is some abnormalities with my white blood cells, red blood cells. I have had a case of anemia in the past. I've been feeling very lightheaded and foggy, and my balance has been off, which is not cute. It could just be that 66 is just stepping right into me when I was just doing fine, right? Going out dancing, twirling around, no problem. Now I'm lucky I could vacuum and not fall. It's not that bad now. It's gotten better. I started doing some lymphatic drain massages with all the surgeries that I've had. I felt this is probably a good idea now. So I've been feeling a little better, but I have to sing the praises of Callan Lord. I am tempted to move all my medical stuff to Callan Lord. I just recently got a connection with Tamar Reisman as an endocrinologist. She's in Cornell. She's highly, highly recommended by another endocrinologist. If you look her up online, Tamar Reisman, she's like very, very highly reviewed endocrinologist. I just had my first appointment with her last week. She's not part of NYU Langone, and I have to get the testing through Quest Diagnostics, and it takes weeks to get the results back from Quest. What I'm experiencing with Callan Lord, with this scare that I had, and then I can make like a monthly appointment to get tested for STIs. I think that's so convenient. Instead of going to the clinic and all of that, it's a set appointment, and every month I'm getting checked out. I think that's amazing. And to be able to let the physician assistant know, like, oh, this happened, and I have an appointment with you in a week and a half. Can we check on this too? And then being able to fit that in the visit. And then for me to get results the next day on all that he tested me for, or that they tested me for, because I don't know what their pronouns are. I thought that was amazing. I know that that's amazing. I came on this video just to sing the praises of Callan Lord and to sing the praises too of Manip Khan. Manip Khan was great. And the doctor said I had at Northwell when I was in the transgender care for New Hyde Park. I forget the doctor's name, but there was a doctor there that was pretty good. Until I had my misgendering thing with flat rate moving, I was a basket case. I was crying. And he was like taking sides with the employee of flat rate moving, Doctor, I'm falling apart in front of you. Could you just, be on my side? Let's try to get some good meds so I can function. And he was like, well, maybe like, they didn't know. And I'm like, what? Look at me. How could they not know what happened over the phone? But still, it was so disrespectful and not getting my doctor's support fully. So I didn't like that about him. I left after that. I left him after that. So for anybody who's trans and queer and fabulous, there's plenty of us here in New York City that fit that. Callan Lord, again, has really proven, like they did a long time ago, and I just forgot, that they're on point. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about the endocrinology issue. I'll give Reisman like a couple of visits and see what's going on. I had a really good appointment with her. She was really cool. She asked some really good questions about family history. They all do. But she asked about something. Did I ever have a test about Ancestry.com, a saliva test where they say, like, there's a likelihood that you'll have dementia, there's a likelihood that you'll have this, and that. There's some sort of testing that could kind of foresee it a little bit. So Tamar Reisman was the only endocrinologist besides Dr. Will Powers. Dr. Will Powers was really very, very thorough. So many other endocrinologists speak so poorly of him that he's like wacky, and I think he's brilliant. I had him for a while until he wouldn't take my insurance anymore. So we'll see what Tamar Reisman is like. She seemed pretty stable. Yeah, Powers could be a little, cuckoo. Cuckoo for cocotetas. He loved prescribing me some progesterone, really high doses of progesterone. But, maybe that's the reason why, I got what I got, a triple D without the breast implants. Every doctor has his plus and minuses. But I tell you, Callan Lord, they're taking really good care of me. I am so grateful. And I'm grateful, I'll end by saying that is one thing about New York City, that my healthcare in New York City, and especially as a trans woman, like VNSY, for insurance was wonderful. Wonderful. I have videos about that. They were amazing. Right now I'm on Aetna. Yeah, but this is Medicare and they're really good too, Aetna, but I'm a senior. But I tell you, Callan Lord, for just a short period of time that I've been going over there for STI testing, that physician assistant is amazing. I love me some young and very intelligent, like efficient folk who looks like they're queer. I love that. So they're taking really good care of trans mama. So I just wanted to check in with that. So you all have a good day. Stay healthy. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. I have a video chat with the physician assistant at Callan Lord in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I have to wait, but they really were very thorough with testing in my last visit, like I stated. And so we'll see what they could recommend moving forward so I could start feeling better. So that's my little video. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Trans Mama always loves you. Please take good care of your health, mental, physical, spiritual. All right, y'all. A kiss for physical, a kiss for emotional, a kiss for spiritual health. Bye.